putting my volume down. Okay, so now we know. Streamlabs, if you hover over something when you're live, it goes right to it. You don't have to click it. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, and I am rushing to get on a stream just like before I left. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Why would I think it would? First of all, Santa hat I made. That's Angora. That is wool. I dyed the red. I love the red. Isn't the red cool? And I hate pom-poms. Whoops. So I used a tinsel bow because I hate making pom-poms. Welcome to day 1 of the 12 days of Christmas. So you're going to see a lot of me over the next 12 days, every day, if all goes as planned, knock on wood. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, sometimes who knows what. I don't know exactly the times of day. The only thing I'm going to plan to stick to is the 3-day schedule timings that I've always done, which is this time on Sunday, Wednesday morning, and Friday evening. The rest of the time, I'm just going to get on as works for our day because I can't disrupt our life completely for the next 12 days. It should be quieter. I'm hoping that, quite honestly, everything is ready to settle into the new routine. And we have this wonderful week. I love this week from the day after Christmas till New Year's Day. You got that amount of time, that week, to take a look at what do you want to do in the next year, what's the next year goal for you, how to get ready for that, but also wrapping up these loose ends, right? I spent this morning a couple hours, now an hour maybe, doing entry in my Christmas journal. I have kept a yearly report of the Christmas going on and all that since 2012, and it's all in one notebook. I put down the traditional card list. I think this is going to be the last year I send cards though. And I put down what gifts I bought for people, what gifts I got from people, and then I write a lot of times about the cooking because that truly is the important part. And if something becomes a tradition, like, oh yes, we have to have these kind of cookies every year, I'll put the recipe in that book for that year. So I know I'll always have that recipe in case I lose it. Corn casserole is one of those that's in there because it was a recipe that I got years and years and years ago, and I wanted to make sure that that always made it, even though I'm the only one that eats it. Hubby won't eat it. Anyway, I got that caught up for today, and that's the kind of things I'm talking about. This period of holding your breath, and just so much is possible in 7 days with the new year, if you're a believer like that, if you like setting the goals and all that kind of thing, right? So much is possible. A whole new clean slate, and look back on what didn't happen. In my case, in many things didn't happen, and how next year can be different. I know that it's cliche. It really is cliche. But I buy into it. I believe in it. And, an awful lot of getting something done is believing that you'll get it done and believing that you can do it, right? Put it out there in the universe and make it happen. I have so much to talk about, and I have so much fiber work that, things just stopped. And I packed and got in the car and drove for 2 days, stayed at my mom's for 2 days, got on the cruise ship for 7 days, got off, stayed at my mom's house one partial day, got in the car and drove 2 days. And by the time I got home, 11, 12 days were gone out of our 31 days of December, right? Anyway, it was okay because when I got back home on the 21st, we went to sleep. We got home really, really late the next day. I spent the whole day unpacking, putting everything out of the way so that it wouldn't interfere with the holiday. And the day after that, going to get groceries. And the day after that, baking. And the day after that was Christmas and with my family and here. And we had, as always, way too much food. I have this belief that I will never cook enough food, even there was only 5 of us, and none of us are big eaters. So, yeah, there was plenty of food, and that's just the way it happens. We did share some of that food today, which is one of the reasons I was running behind, because we took off and ran errands, and that means that I was getting home right at 3 o'clock. And I had to figure out, okay, how do I do this? I haven't done this. It actually was only 11 days or something like that. I streamed on the 5th, and today is the 26th. So that's, that's 21 days. I haven't streamed for 21 days. That's 3 weeks. That's right. That's what it was. It's been exactly 3 weeks. That's probably the longest vacation I've ever taken from streaming. But I'm paying you back double because I'm going to be here every day for the 12 days of Christmas. What is the 12 days of Christmas? I need a better title. I mean, traditionally, it was the 12 days of Christmas. We sing the song about the 12 days of Christmas. They would celebrate, they would work right up to Christmas and have Christmas. And then after that, everybody got to take 12 days off. You didn't go back to your work. And I'm not talking about a job that you get a payroll for. I am talking about you do the essentials. The cows get milked, right? But you don't do all those other labor-intensive jobs that could wait a little bit for a while. Spinning was the one that triggered for me the 12 days of Christmas, and understanding what it really was about in the day and age that people took care of themselves, as their living, as their way. Everything was done by them. And the women would put their spinning wheels away and on Christmas Day and not get them out until what we call Rock Day, which is in January, and it's 12 days. It's the 13th day after the 12 days of Christmas. So you got to not necessarily party, but you most certainly got to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of visiting. You go see other people. Who knows what their life was like. I can't recreate that, but I can celebrate its little connection with spinning by spinning during those 12 days. I have it reversed. And I did that last year. I loved it. I'm going to do it again this year. There will be more than just spinning. In fact, today I'm not 100% sure I will get to spinning. I have to clean some bobbins off. I have 2-ply acrylic that I had spun up. And hi. Oh, okay. It's not me. It's you. Wish I knew sign language. I don't. But welcome, Snoring Cat. Anyway, I have a lot of things that fit right in with this week of let's get some of this cleaned up from 2021 and go on to 2022. And part of that is I've got to wind off a skein off these bobbins. I have fiber advent and exchanges to open. haven't done that, of course, for 21 days, right? I did a couple. I knew I was going to wait until the end. I did not look at any of the spoilers on Discord, and I am going to be revealing them gradually over these 12 days, but we will get done with all of it by the end of the 12 days. So let's start with just winding off some fiber, some yarn. I am typing to Snoring Cat. I could just type all the time, but that'd be so boring. Okay, Tantel. Hi, Tantel, by the way. Hi. I haven't seen you forever either. It's really, really good to have you join me. It worked for me. I just needed the extension, then go to the special page for it and start it each time. I thought that was the problem. You're right. I did think that might have been the reason that I thought it would be like part of Streamlabs, and so I don't know if I can do that here. All right, I will mess with that. Sorry, I'm not going to mess with it this time, but I will use that, Tantel, as a hint, because I was expecting not to have to do that. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I did. I had a wonderful Christmas. Oh no. One. I'm going to be counting. Excuse me. Okay, that's the first 100 approximate yards. When I wrap on this homemade Nitty Naughty and then go ahead and wash it and all that, I mean, it is always an approximate amount. Um, but, you know, it's better than having nothing, right? So this is acrylic 2-ply. And yeah, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I do the, count slash count, right? Or I'll lose track where I'm at. 3, 6, all right, that's the second 100. Now, in my haste, I grabbed this instead of the 2-ply Nitty Naughty, and I kind of wish I did. One of the things that happens with this acrylic is it spins a lot pretty thin, and it spins a lot on a bobbin, and that makes a really big skein on here. This is just like silk. I mean, it's softer than silk. It's smoother than silk, and I like the what you call barber pulling, but it is it. I mean, it is actually a multicolor that was self-plied. You know, two strands of multicolor. The next bit I'm going to do is plied with pink. All right, let me double check myself. Yeah, this is self-plied with the multicolor, because like you can see the blues and purples and. Boy, now I'm not 100% sure. I am not 100% sure right now. Let's see here. It's plied with pink. It's plied with this pink. Because I bought both. I bought the multi and I bought the pink. This is what happens. I probably have it in notes somewhere, but it sure looks like it is. Okay, another onward here. Okay, that's 67. Yeah, it looks white on the camera. The pink really washes out, but it's a very pale pink, and that's what it's applied with. All right, so it's 267 in the 1 yard skein. This is not the first. I have 2 other skeins that I've already spun and are already skeined off. But it is the end of the multi-fiber. I only have the pink left after I skein off that one right there, which isn't much. This is the reason. I am so sorry. Okay, here's the reason I don't quite understand why this is so pink, or what will look white to you, and this isn't, which is why I keep thinking that this is self with the fiber. Moldy, with the moldy. Not real sure why. Okay. I'll go ahead and skein this little one off. Also, do I have a project? Yeah, I don't know right now. Yes, baby blanket, actually. But I washed a swatch of it, and it did shrink. I was hoping to have something that could be machine washed and dried and not have it affect the size, but it affects the size, and I know what way. So now if I do make a baby blanket out of it, I have to compensate and make it larger and wash it a time or two before I, gift it. I could change my mind on that, but that's the reason I bought the fiber, because I thought, oh, acrylic. This is perfect for something that needs multi-washings and, that sort of thing. Turned out being hand spun and having just that little bit of wool in it, I think it has 15% in it of wool, makes it react to the agitation and, the dryer, the heat of the dryer. 88 yards. That's pretty good. Didn't know there was that much on there. And pretty close to 100. And the ends aren't going to meet right. Oh, well, I'll come over here. Okay. There is a very distinct difference between these two. And that's why I said the first one I was doing was self-plied with the multi. See, there's a lot of pink in that multi. But if I'm going to hold it up here now. Oh, this is going to really... All right. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Trying to get it in the camera. And this here is so much darker. This is so much lighter. It's still barber poled. It's still Tweety. I mean, it's still very, very barber poled. And you can still see the multicolors. But it's like the colors are more in line here. And so you get individual strands that are purple, individual strands that are blue. Whereas here, it's so much darker. I really think this is plied with the pink and this is not. And I will double check my notes on that. But there is a distinct difference when it's self-plied with the multi. It's a darker color. And this is what it looks like when it's applied with the pink. Now I'm going to end up with just pink. Just plain pink. And that'll be part of the project. I'll put it together with that too. So let me tie these off so I don't pop an end off the nitty naughty and have it go. Oh, what a mess that would be. feels so funny to be back to fiber work. I have been knitting nonstop. I took knitting with me. I did not take it on the cruise ship. I already talked about that. At least I think I did. Talked about it with somebody. Losing a sock on a cruise ship one time. I think that was the last podcast. Last stream. I talked about that. So yeah, I didn't take anything with me on the cruise ship, but I made Christmas stockings I made Christmas hats for everybody, and that meant I made 5 hats. I actually have 2 more to go. They are really quick. It's a bulky yarn. It's commercial yarn, not hand spun. And that was the bulk of what I was doing a lot of while traveling. I got them done. I really enjoyed having the knitting project that it's like, I know what I need to do. I know how much time I've got to do. And, get it done. It worked real good. All right, 87 yards, 2-ply small skein. Okay. What should we do next? Should we open some fiber? I think we'll do that. Oh. Hang on a minute. I'm going to be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I used to have everything all around me, right nearby. But stuff got moved. It'll migrate back here as I stream. Table. Unfortunately, the tablecloth didn't make it. washed it and it didn't get back here. What to do without that? Okay, so I have one Advent calendar fiber that I bought, and I opened a couple of those before I went away for the trip. And I had 3 exchange, and these were Snoring Cat and everybody. So let me type this. All these names. The Armage. Basil. And I'm going to have to look this one up. Who's my other swap partners? Oh man. Hang on here. It would be in Discord. Oh wait, I think I have it in. Yep. Nope, that doesn't help me. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't remember who my third swap partner is, and I really need to remember here, so I am going to figure it out. Oh my goodness, my Gmail has not updated for a while. There it goes. Finally! Birding Mom, okay. Alright, so I just typed that for Snoring Cat. I don't think it really matters because she's not going to be in any of these. And it's supposedly everybody's opening everything by Christmas. So, since I'm way behind and didn't do 21 days of it, you all have already seen yours and probably already seen what I got. So, we are going to open throughout the next 12 days. I think I have it kind of worked out that I can open. Let's see, I have 24 minus 6, 18. I have 18. So I can open 2 a day, which is 9 days. And I'm okay with not having something to do all 12 days. So I'm going to open 2 a day. All right. So this first one is Birdie Mom. Birdie Mom. I want to call her Birdie Mom. And I am so sorry about that. It is birding, as in the verb of actively watching birds, right? Mom? Or maybe actively have birds? I have no idea. And what I got from her that I did open is this lovely alpaca. No, Border Leicester. She's not sure. I'm sorry. It is Border Leicester dyed with walnut hulls. Nice comb top. This is Romney, and it's mill processed, and it's got this gorgeous look going on. Well, let's get you in camera there with dark and light. So that is like, I can't wait to spin any of this. But I'm not going to spin anything until, I open them up. This is, I apologize, this is from Tuna Basil. This is from Tuna Basil. Oops. Let's not put a K in her name. There we go. Tuna Basil Fiber First. This is Tuna Basil. She did this nice little hand-stamped bags. Okay. So, here we go. Ooh. It all feels wonderful. When you don't look at a fiber, right, and you stick your hand in there, it's like, oh, that feels so wonderful. Oh, look at that gorgeous gray. Oh, shall I? No, this is Romney and alpaca. She hand processed and blended it. Nice. Did some nice little nests up top. Oh, look how that, oh, isn't that gonna spin gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. I love gray wool. I just adore it. Why did she, is she naming these? Yes, she is. So this is Cafe Lot. This is Black and White Cookie. I didn't notice she was naming it till just now. And this is End of October. Everything's gray. But I like gray. And of course, I tried to do mine in a color theme too. And I think everybody else is also. Get this out of the way. All right. One more. Another one. I'll type all this. Oh, this one is commercial. It's in a pink. Yay, pink orange. Ooh, that goes good. Let's see if I'm right. Or is she? Isle of Lesbos. Food safe acid dyed by tuna. Mill prep. Blue face Leicester combed top. Oh, that is so nice. So. Brown is Um, Border Leicester. Can't spell. I wish I could take a snapshot of that. I will have to do that with my iPad when I have everything opened. That will be the ideal picture shot. I know I should go ahead and open everything, but I just like the anticipation and enjoy doing it a little bit at a time. All right. Now this one is the Yarn Mage. I call her the Fiber Mage. The Yarn Mage. She does not tolerate wool. So she has had some lovely non-wool fibers. And the first here, called Yulog, is what I was spinning, the multi in the pink. It's the same fiber base. It is a 50% acrylic, 35% polyamide, and then 15% wool in this really pretty brown gray color. This one is just a standard, it's called Eggnog, so it's a little off-white. And this stuff is, like I said, in the yarn, it is just like so soft. You just want to squeeze it. So let's open two more from her. She did the cute little stickers. Oh, which are coming off. It's a cute little fox, but it's not going to stay on there. All right, oh, here we go. Yeah, this is not going to stand. I think I'm going to put that on my notes. It's too cute to pitch. More soft. And, oh, look at that. Vivid color. Ooh. Oh, that is awesome pop color. This is Blue-Faced Lester, and she dyed it. Fiber Nymph. No, dyed by Fiber Nymph. Wonder who Fiber Nymph is. Let's see. I got a sticker on my finger there. Let's look her up. I don't know if that's a business name or... There it is, Fiber Nymph. Okay. Fiber Nymph dye work. Let me give you that link. Let me just tempt you some more here. There you go. Now, Blue-Faced Lester. I like the braids. I know, I mean, I sent my fiber in all sorts of forms, and I know they had to figure out how to fix it for them and to store it the way they wanted, but, you know, that was just the way it rolled. I like that. It's Snoopy. Oh, wow. Even more pop of color. Oh. Is this 100% merino? Fiber Mage test. So she did this? I think so. Now this something like this, I might just do each individual braid, even though it's not going to be small yardage, and then combine the resulting yarn. So yeah, I might do that instead of like what's progressing and starting with tuna basils, where it looks like it would all go together in the skein and work together that way. Okay, so we have I probably don't need to do this. I don't think Snoring Cat's here anymore. Right. Brown is, let's see, acrylic blend. I love the fact it's 100% Blue-Faced Lester and 100% merino. I really like that. Cool. Blue-Faced Lester is just a tad rougher than the this merino is just like to die for. It is so soft. And it's a nice wide braid, so I'll be able to strip it down into a lot of strips and spin it like that and get a striping yarn. Cool. Really pretty. All right, one more, last one. This is birdie knots. This is birdie knots, and I stuck hers back in the. This is the first one. I'll do it this way. And this is the second one. So, she had different color bags. These are cute. Aren't they cute? I love these. Polka dot. And, of course, she stapled it, and I ruined the bag. I don't know. Might be able to reuse this. I'm too much in the Christmas rip it open theme, right? I just went through Christmas. Rip everything open. All right. I'm making sure I get the staples in the wastebasket. Let me tell you something happened to me this morning. Early in the middle of the night, but it was, like 3 a.m. or whatever. Got up out of bed. I'm in my bare feet always. Our weather has been very, very warm. And when the weather gets warm, the wasps wake up. And I went to the bathroom and walked back to the bedroom and stepped right on a wasp. He was on the floor. And he got me in the side of my right foot. Now, I believe it was kind of like not a direct hit. Oh, but it hurt. Oh, man, it hurt. It stung. They call them stings for a reason, because it's just like a pin, right? Just sticking in there. So I went and stayed up for a little bit. I never know how I'm going to react to a sting. I'm not technically allergic, but I have had occasional problems. Mild need to take Benadryl symptoms. And so I wanted to see. And it hurt for a long time and got a little red. And I finally limped back into bed, and laid there for a while. And it would feel like it was stinging again. It would just go toonk and feel like it was stinging again. But then I finally fell asleep, and when I got up this morning, it's fine. It's absolutely no pain at all. I've had shoes and socks on. I have no problem. But, oh, man, I was so mad. I hate wasps. I was like, no. Anyway, making sure the staples go in there. I don't want to be stepping on anything else that's sharp and pointy. What do we got in here? More color. And she has been including things in there. Candy and stash tea. And a notepad. I was trying to figure out what the bright green is. It's a notepad. Who doesn't need to make notes? I do. I need to make notes. So, this has been the same. This is Manos de Uruguay. Extra fine merino. 1 ounce. Gorgeous colorway. Gorgeous. All of these are gorgeous. And let me open up another one and see if we're going to continue and just get oh my gosh, I'm looking at that on the camera, and that is not that blue at all. That looks like vivid blue, and it's not at all. It's got purples and light blue and all sorts of colors that are not showing up on that camera well at all. Oh well, I knew that about this camera. All right. So this one, oh gosh, that's pretty. That's my favorite. That is gorgeous, deep purple, bright jewel tone purple and maroon. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I got markers, I think, yeah. Stitch markers and a tea bags. Yay! Oh man, this is also, this is Malabrigo. Yep, Malabrigo. That is, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is so nice. So this is Malabrigo, and this is Manos de Uruguay, extra fine merino. So is this. So these two are Malabrigo. What? Hi, Tanto. What's up? How do I spell? Labrigo. Oh, wait. I need to mark. This is Birding Mon. Birding. Birding. Mom. Two are Malabrigo and two are Manos. There's a lot of ewes in Uruguay. Oh man, that is so pretty. I'm going to take her goodies out and just put the fiber away. Not put it back in the bags. I don't know why I put it back in the bag to begin with on this. There's her name. I put it in the bag. That was not helpful. Merry Christmas. Isn't this fun? Okay, so these colors just don't look anything like that, right? Right. This is blue. Yeah, that looks blue. This is green. It does look green. Okay, that's right. And light purple, all that. So that's pretty good. That one's pretty good. And this one is, that's pretty good. That's getting better. It's focused better now. That looks pretty right, and so does this. So now the colors look pretty right there. Yeah. Boy, these are generous portions for 1 ounce. Now, it's very compacted, which, very, very compacted, which is going to be a serious problem here. This is the Manos. It's going to need some work. Wow. Oh, that's, I don't think the Malabrigo is going to be like that at all, but this is really compacted. I have not worked with Manos for a long time. I bought one braid. I don't remember it being this much compacted, but, and you know what? This gets looser. That was just the end, the very end. I might have to work past that. But yeah, I think just working past that a little bit will help. There we go. Yep. It's going to draft. It was just that one end was really... Of course, I don't want to mess too much, but... It's going to be challenging. It's going to be a little more challenging than I think the Malabrigo. Yeah, this is just like gorgeous. Oh, that's Malabrigo is delicious. That is beautiful. So maybe I'll drum card. Might have to do some work with the Manos. Okay. Okay, so now I have 4 times 3, 12 left. So I will open one a day from now on. That worked out. That worked out good. Now for the good stuff. This is the Advent calendar I bought myself for a Christmas present. And it's by a place called Something Wonderful Studio. Let me get that link for you. It's an Etsy store. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, this is her blog. Huh. All right, how do I find her store? Maybe it's different here. Let me see. Oh, that's right. Let me see. Well, that didn't do it. Yeah, oh yeah? There it is. Yeah, you gotta search on Etsy. That's why. Alright. Here she is. Did I copy that? Yes, I did. Okay. There you go. That's the link for Something Wonderful. And this is how it came packed. Excuse me. minute here. Drink. Time to hydrate. I just was so amazed. And if you look right here, these are some that I have opened. They are in gorgeous Rologs made on a blending board. And I should have 20 left. Not counting the big one. So I think I'm going to open up the rest of this row, which is 5 of them. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is day 6. Which I have been wrapping around the Rolog each day number. Although, oh man, she just keeps coming with the colors. Ooh, I got a candy. I got a Werther's. Yum, yum. She just keeps coming with the colors. Look. The peach. Peachy pink. I haven't even begun to decide how I'm going to spin these. Oh, and there's 2 of them. Were there 2 here? Yeah, there's 2 of each of these. I forgot that. There's 2 of these. And these are going to spin so thin and just be so gorgeous. It's going to be wonderful. She's got a theme going where she wraps every other one with either gold or silver. And of course for papers, I have never seen copper colored or bronze colored tissue paper. I just love it. In the black, I mean, her presentation was just stunning. To open that up and see that, I was like, I don't want to open these. Of course I didn't for a while, right? I was like, yeah. It's going to be so much fun to spin. Oh, she's got this in a red bag. I wonder why that is. I love these bags. I use them all the time in my knitting and stuff. Oh, I see why. Oh, look at that nice little set. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love those. It's such a simple thing, right? It's such a simple thing, and I love it. I love the markers. I don't use, I only use 10% maybe of what I have, but I love them anyway. This is a very light pink. I'm just like stunned at the colors and her, putting all these together. That's 7. Very pretty. Caxie? Hi. What's up? Vogue? I'm not sure what you mean. Welcome. Alright, day 8. Boy, I think I may try and do this again. You have to, if you want to get a fiber advent calendar like this, you have to order early. And, you really do. You have to order early. It's red! tea. Oh my gosh, that's red. Gorgeous red. At first I was trying to repack these back into the plastic, but I was just like, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Yeah. Oh, it looks like carrot orange. It is red. It is red. I promise. It is red, red, red. It is just like my hat. It's a little orange or red. It's very much like my hat. So what I need, and what would be fantastic, is if in this here it's a solid color like black or gray. Wouldn't that be neat? And then, you know, if that is not true, if it's a multicolor with all these colors, which I doubt, but it's possible. It's possible. I could see, you know, doing the multicolor and these in a sequence, right, and putting those two together. This one is carrot orange. That one is orange. I have a rainbow. I mean, I'm going to have every color under the sun here. And these are small, right? It looks plentiful. I mean, it looks like it'll spin nice and thin and everything. It's a super soft fiber. I don't know the fiber content, but it's wool and super soft. So it's either a merino or it's got to be a merino. I really think it's a merino. Or maybe a blend of something else. She may have that information in the big one. I don't really know. She didn't say when, you know, I was purchasing it what it is. Gosh, look at this. Look at these colors. It's like a crayon box, isn't it? It's just like having a brand new box of crayons, only in fiber. I will take a picture of that eventually also for the Discord. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm going to stop there and I'll open a couple tomorrow, the next one, when it's like weaning ourselves off of them, right? Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. I have a huge mess around my feet. Bags and all sorts of things. It looks like Christmas. Looks like Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to start anything or not. One of my problems is I did leave my fiber out of reach. Unfortunately. Let me think what I want to do here. I am making myself a note to do the closed captioning. And hopefully I can get that set up before the next stream. Okay. I'm going to put my Be Right back on and go get some fibers. In the process of doing that, I'm going to have to lose the Santa hat. I'm going to have to take the headphone off. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if I have my... That's pretty good. There, that's a little better. And I got my pink fiber, so I'm going to spin it again. That's... So I told you that the weather is very warm, and I talk about the weather a lot because I live in an area that the weather really is a topic of conversation. I mean, it really is. And that is something I can prove by telling you, as soon as I quit rattling, telling you that it was record-breaking 72 degrees yesterday on Christmas. It set a record. It's never been that warm. Last year, and I only know this because I have no memory of this, but I know this because the weatherman told us this morning, last year it was on Christmas 22 degrees and snowing. That is, we live in what is called the Ohio Valley. And it's a huge area. I mean, it's not like my valley is the Ohio Valley. It's defined by the Ohio River, and it covers many area of that. But this particular strip of Ohio River is called the Ohio River Valley, and it's notorious for having changeable weather. So there you are. It was a record-breaking 72 degrees yesterday, and it feels warm outside, but not as warm. It did maybe get into the 60s, I think, but not as high as it was yesterday. I was cooking, baking, oven on, and I was like, if this keeps up, I'm going to have to turn the air conditioner on, which also would have been a record breaker for us. Never, ever, I don't think, have had the air conditioner on for Christmas. All right, we want to go forward. I have no idea how this is set. I did oil it. Set fast because I was playing. There we go. I did it. I am finally back into the streaming mode. I finally feel like I'm settled in here. Only took me an hour and a half, right? Maybe it's spinning. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so our next big thing is going to be the Olympics. Winter Olympics. I am ready. I am looking forward to it. I miss so much of the Summer Olympics. We just have too much to do in the summer. But for all my talk about the new year coming up, I don't really have any resolutions. Just give me a routine. Let me just have a routine. Let us all stay healthy. I was going to talk about what food we had for Christmas, and I've decided I'm not going to because I'm already very hungry. I don't want to. That would just be agony. I don't want to do that to me. So I'll talk about that another time. This stuff loves to stick to itself and other stuff. It's staticky. Of course, it's very dry in the house. I wasn't having as much trouble in the summer when it's humid. I sort of lost some of my meditation streams. I quit doing it. I was spinning for 30 minutes. And I don't really want to do that for the 12 days of Christmas. But maybe I can add one or two after the 12 days is done. One a week, maybe. The weirdest part about the weather is that it doesn't feel like winter at all. And except for being overcast and, not having as much sunshine as we do in the summer, which is typical for winter. I keep thinking, oh, I'll just, snuggle in, and I'll set up a place for me to read, and of course I have my knitting by my chair, and the spinning wheel, I'm just thinking all this stuff I'll do. Because it's winter. It's not winter yet. It just feels weird. I was thinking about, do I have a theme? Well, I have a theme for this coming year, like a fiber theme, and of course it was the rare breeds for 2 years. And I was wondering if maybe I could do something with the zodiac, which, it's not the 1st to the 30th of the month, but runs various days. I'm still kind of kicking that around in my mind, have something related to the zodiac, but it's not. A lot of times when I get ideas that they just pop in my head and they pop up good, and I have multiple, I don't have to think hard about it, and this one really didn't do that, so I doubt that's going to happen. But I don't need a theme. That's me being compulsive about categorizing everything, right? Having a purpose for it. really is like riding a bike. I haven't forgot how to spin. I doubt that'll ever happen. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Should not say that. Of course we can lose skills as we age. I'm glad I didn't try to stream yesterday. We had internet, and just, it just was not happy. I guess it must get overloaded. People doing maybe Zoom and, that sort of thing. I don't know. I remember before the internet, you always called your family on the phone line, right? On the landline. And sometimes you'd have to dial and dial and dial. I mean, it just would just go doo-doo-doo, sorry. Your call did not go through. That's not that long ago. 15 years maybe, but that's long, I guess, in a lot of people's perception of time. But the truth is, I got to the point where I would call mom and dad and say, call them a couple days before the holidays and say, I'm not going to try on the holiday, or if I was whoever I was trying to get a hold of. Talking about that, one of my one amazing memory is having my best friend call every day. Now this was after you could get so many minutes, or you could get unlimited if you paid enough or whatever. Right, this was when long distance, because she was calling long distance, this was when long distance finally reached the point it wasn't a financial commitment to, make a half-hour phone call. And there was no financial consequence to talking long distance for a long period of time. So, I mean, she passed away May of 2009. So it would have been before. It would have been from like 2000 something to 2009. My point being that, that is something that has also gone away in my life, because I really no longer have a quote unquote best friend that I'm that close with, but the internet has changed that, right? If you want to, and the cell phones, you text as opposed to if you just want to say hello or whatever. So, the internet advent of communication through the internet instead of through phone took that away. I probably wouldn't want to take the time to talk to anybody on the phone anymore. Why do it anymore? I don't want to take the time. I've got other things to do. I got to keep my hands busy with something else, right? But it is definitely a part of my life over the years that is no longer there. Yeah, HD Tomato, hello. Hi, glad you're here. Yeah, Mother's Day. Oh, you are so right. It was notorious trying to get through a landline on any holiday, really. And yes, everybody calls their mother on Mother's Day, don't they? Absolutely. Yeah. Let me get some more fiber here. Oh, and apropos to nothing else except that I did get one private message from somebody asking if I was okay, if me and my family were okay, and it took me a minute to realize that they were asking because of the tornado in Kentucky. And yes, that was devastatingly tragic, but about 2 hours southwest of us, right? Not. All we got was a lot of rain. I wasn't actually here, and we had the unfortunate experience of turning on the national news that morning after it happened in Florida and have them talk about a tornado killing hundreds in Kentucky and them not saying where. And it was quite a few anxious moments until we finally actually heard the name of the city and were able to figure out where it was. I also then, in that period of time, texted my daughter and asked her if she was okay and if anything had happened, and asked her if she'd please go out to the house, come out here and check everything, which she did later that day. But she also was informing me that, it wasn't in our area, that we just had a lot of rain and some wind. And we didn't have anything in particular that happened out of that rain, so that was a good thing. But yeah, that still is. Oh man, I can't imagine living through something like that. And I was talking earlier about, how changeable our weather is, and this is a big part about it. It is the tornadoes. We are very prone to them. I have no basement, and I live in a clapboard farmhouse. So when there is serious, truly serious tornado warning, like, we have the news on and it says it's spotted here and it's within whatever distance of us, we go to what used to be my rabbit barn. It is a building now. It has a metal roof, so the metal roof could absolutely be blown off, but the building itself is concrete block, and 2 stories tall of concrete block. So, I feel safer in there. I may get in the weather, or, something fly in the roof or whatever, but it's not like it's going to completely collapse like this house would. We have had a tornado within a half a mile of us years ago, but that's as close as we've gotten. One of the reasons is because I live with hills on all sides of me, and that is somewhat of a protector. Unless it actually would form and travel right down through the valley of those hills, which is uncommon. That's just not how they work. Those hills kind of make them go up or sideways, right? But not over, completely over, and then come down. But wind can be a damage. Without it being a tornado, wind is definitely a damage fact. It's definitely a factor here because that does go zipping right down through the hills, following along the road or whatever, and it will bounce from hill to hill and kind of get swirling a little bit. So they're not tornadoes, but they're straight line winds, and they are very damaging, mostly to our trees. We have lost many trees over the years to wind. This is why I talk about the weather a lot. Can't help it. I am going to spin up the last of this little bit and be done, call it a stream, because I'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow I will spin a whole bunch and open up a little bit of fiber, and that'll be all we do. Hungry. I pulled a stuffed green pepper out of the freezer for my supper, as well as a slice or two of the ham hubby made for the holiday, which turned out to be real good. This is like the Energizer Bunny. This fiber just goes and goes and goes and goes. Yeah, and there's 2 more strips to do. That's great. Do you know, our phone hasn't rung Our landline phone hasn't rung for 2 days. I guess telemarketers actually take Christmas off. Well, I feel a big old yawn. Oh man. Oh man. I guess I'm putting myself to sleep here. I went to bed so early last night. I was whooped. Really sticking to my corduroys. I'll have to use the sticky brush or the sticky roller on it. My cat was so happy to see me. Newman has this special purr, and he only does it when we've been gone a long time and we come home. It's almost like he's singing, and he has today's the first day he has not like been my shadow. He's outside. He's like, oh, it's just too nice. Oh, and the funniest thing, he likes to hunt, and he gets voles, and they are always in right underneath the ground, and so there'll be a clump of grass, and the vole will be under there, and he sees the grass moving, and he'll grab with his paws deep enough that he can grab it. And most of the time, he'll bring it in. He hasn't yet since we've come back, but he did come in his cat door doing the I've got something meow, and I always call it, he's mouthful meow, because he's got something he's carrying, and he's right, and he comes in there and drops this, what looks like a big clump of brown, and I figure there's a little grass and there's a vole in there somewhere. No. Hubby went over and he says, it's just grass. He missed, and he thought he had it, and he brought it in, and it was just like a bird's nest full of size of grass, and I was just like, okay, are you getting old, Newman? I shouldn't laugh at him, but he thought he had it, though. I was like, well, I'm all really glad that you didn't bring something in. I don't like you bringing them in, but, maybe you better figure that out. Maybe you better check that out again. It got away from you. Cats they're just such funny things sometimes. People say dogs have really the personality of the pet world, and I agree. The dogs are openly full of personality. But once a cat becomes attached to you and really bonds with you, they're funny. I mean, they just have their quirks that are really cute and adorable, and makes you love them. Makes you love them. So anyway, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to aim for 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then have what is today? Maybe have a 7 to 9 after that, and then start again Wednesday morning. I'm trying to catch time slots. Can't catch everybody all the time, so I'm trying to do different time slots in order to catch more people. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be spinning pink. Until later, take care, guys. Happy spinning. Bye.